Okay, good morning everyone. Let's present the safety committee meeting from Project Lintasan Portal Holding started. It is Thursday, 1 p.m. exactly, and here we are at room 5 of the Sukat Administration Complex. Alright, Damia, can we do a quick roll call?
Of course, Mr. Chairman, we have Mr. Farhan, our Safety and Health Officer, and Mrs. Iman, the Site Engineer, and Mrs. Mira from Finance.
And Miss Nik Atira.
I received an apology from Miss Nik Atira Safa earlier this morning. She is absent due to a family emergency.
I see. Okay, we'll keep her in our thought. Let's hope everything is alright since we have a quorum. Dive into the agenda. Before we get to the new items, I have reviewed the minutes from our previous session regarding the site operation. Are there any correction or matter of accuracy?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. If I may, on the section regarding traffic flow management, I identified a slight oversight during my inspection. So the minute described the major construction route as a two-way system, but it was set up as a one-way system for heavy vehicles.
That's correct. Farhan is right, Damia. We made that change specifically to handle the heavy vehicle load more safely.
My apologies, I'll take note of that. I remember now we discussed that it will improve equipment and employee safety while minimizing congestion.
Is significant detail, especially for safety records. Damia, please update the minutes to reflect on the one-way system. Once that's done, I will sign them off as a program. Okay. Following up on our previous resolution regarding traffic flow management, I'd like to check on the documentation for the one-way system implemented for heavy vehicle. Has everything has been updated correctly in our records?
From an operational point of view, one-way system is being applied on the site as agreed. However, during a review of the traffic management documents, we identified a minor issue related to the paperwork.
When you say a minor issue, does it involve approval details or responsibility assignments?
Exactly. We have a reduced availability of machinery because the trucks are stuck in the one-way loop. We are seeing interruptions to the schedule, especially during those peak hours.
Yeah, I would like to add that I noticed this during my inspection of the records. While the error does not affect the actual implementation of the system on site, it could create confusion in terms of accountability, especially during audit or safety review.
That's a very concern. Even small documentation errors can lead to misunderstanding if they are not addressed early. Do we know how this error occurred?
Based on my review, the incorrect name appears to have been carried forward from an earlier draft before the final confirmation was made. I acknowledge the oversight. It's good that the issue was identified early. From a records and a compliance perspective, it's important that the correct person is clearly identified in all official documents.
Agreed. Okay, Damia, please update the paperwork with the correct name and ensure consistency across all related documents, including the traffic management plan and meeting minutes. Alright.
Understood, Mr. Chairman. I will make the necessary correction and circulate the update document for verification.
Alright, thank you. Once that is done, we can close this item knowing our records accurately reflects our decision and responsibility. Okay, let's move on to the most critical items on today's agendas. The structural instability issues we have been observing with our heavy lifting cranes. This isn't just a technical glitch, it's a mental life in depth. Damia, please provide the committee with specific details from the site report.
Certainly, following the recent incidents at the construction site, the report suggests the crane failure was likely caused by instability in the main structure combined with uneven load handling. As you know, this resulted in damage to nearby structures and injuries to our workers.
This is extremely serious. I can't stress it enough. I am commanding an immediate halt to all crane operation until we complete full safety inspection. We cannot gamble with life here.
Wait a minute, Farhan. In immediate halt? Do you have any idea what that does to our budget? We are already paying for other time due to the traffic issues. If we stop all the cranes, we are looking at a massive project delays and the astronomical costs.
Farhan is right about the risk, Mira. But from an engineering standpoint, a simple recalibration or a quick check won't be enough this time. We have notified significant ground shifting near the Suki complex foundations, and we likely needs to reinforce the crane bases with the additional piling and conduct deep structural assessment that beyond a standard inspection.
Exactly, Iman, Mira. We all due respect to the finance department. A crane collapse is far more expensive than any inspection of our temporary hub. If another one of these structures goes down, the legal fees, insurance hikes, and potential loss of our operating license will be the least of our worries. We'll be looking at a total project shutdown by the authorities.
Reinforcing bases and the assessment, that is a whole new level of expense. We are talking about hundreds of thousands of ringgit that haven't been accounted for in this quarter financial planning. Can we find a middle ground? Perhaps we just limit the load capacity to 50% instead of the total hub?
Limiting the load doesn't solve the base instability, Mira. If the ground is shifting, the crane is at risk given the light load. However, I might have a suggestion for a phase solution to manage the cost.
Everyone, chill out. Mira, I understand the financial pressure you are under. It's your responsibility to protect the company bottom line. But we must be clear, worker safety will always be prioritized over the financial implication in this committee. We cannot afford a catastrophic event on our watch.
Here is my proposal for a formal resolution. We implement a mandatory 3-step protocol. First, an immediate 24 hours halt for a baseline structural integrity test for all cranes. Second, the mandatory installation of automatic load limit sensors to prevent human errors. And third, the immediate enforcement of any crane base identified as high risk by the engineering team.
I fully support Iman's suggestion. It addresses the immediate danger while providing a long-term technical fix that should be satisfy the safety requirement.
Okay, since we have the clear detailed proposal, let's put it into formal vote to resolve this conflict. The motion is to implement a mandatory 24-hour halt for structural testing, the installation of load limit sensors, and the immediate reinforcement of high-risk bases. All those who support this motion to prioritize safety and prevent further accident, please raise your hands. The motion is carried unanimously. Alright, Farhan, as our SHO, I appointing you as a chargeman for this issue. You will oversee the inspection process and ensure every crane meets the new safety standards. I am expecting the initial 24 hours testing phase to be completed by this Sunday evening. Furthermore, I require a full status report, on the high risk basis and timeline for the sensor installation on my desk by next Wednesday at 5 PM sharp.
I understood, Mr. Chairman. I accept the responsibility as a chargeman for this task. I will coordinate with Iman Engineering team immediately after this meeting to mobilize the inspection units. I guarantee that the Sunday deadline will be met and you will have a comprehensive risk assessment on your desk by Wednesday afternoon.
I understand the risk, Mr. Chairman. I will review the emergency fund and see where we can make adjustment to cover this reinforcement and the sensor costs.
Alright, thank you, Mira, Farhan, Iman, Lamia. I want this combined approach of testing and reinforcement started immediately. Let's ensure we do not miss these deadlines, Alright, let's move on to the next item, safety concerns arising from inadequate quality control. And oversight. Our recent internal audit shows that manual monitoring is failing to catch critical safety breaches before they escalate.
So basically, it's a systemic issue, Mr. Chairman. During my surprise inspection, I found that current manual checklists are being treated as a tick box exercise. So supervisors are filling them out at the end of the day from memory rather than inspecting the worker as it actually happens.
That is exactly the problem. Inadequate supervision and a lack of ongoing monitoring put workers' life at peril and raise the possibility at catastrophic equipment failure.
I agree. Our monitoring needs to be real time, not just retrospective. I suggest we implement a mandatory digital reporting system where every safety check requires a geotag photo and timestamp digital signature. This prevents everyone from backdating inspections.
I'm not worried about the software cost, but I am worried about the field resistance. Our site supervisors are already overwhelmed with the technical duties. If we add a complex digital layer, they will spend more time to looking at their tablets than watching the construction site. Mira makes a fair point. If the system is too cumbersome, it might make the site less safe because the supervisors are distracted by data entry.
Sorry, I have to disagree.
Why
The real distraction is the current manual system that allows for huge error. A digital system streamlines the process because it forces them to be at a specific location to take the photo. It's about technically reliability.
Exactly. It's a phase-same mechanism. If a supervisor hasn't uploaded the foundation check by 10 p.m., the system alerts me immediately. We can stop the work before the mistake becomes a permanent structural defect.
And what happens if the site Wi-Fi goes down to the device glitch? Do we shut down the entire site because of the software error? That's my concern, relying on the system that might fail in a rich environment.
These are very operational concerns, but the risk of human error in our current manual system is far higher than the risk of a system glitch. We need to modernize to survive the scrutiny of safety audits.
I suggest we adopt a user-friendly interface with an offline data sync mode to address Mira concerns about the connectivity. I move that we vote the implementing this mandatory real-time digital monitoring system as our new standard.
Okay, the motion is to implement stringent digital quality control techniques, require safety audits, and real-time monitoring protocols at all building sites. Those who support the motion, please raise your hands. Is unanimous. Iman, as our site engineer, I'm appointing you as the chairman for this attention.
I accept the responsibility, Mr. Chairman. I will ensure the system is streamlined so it supports our supervisor rather than hindering them. I will make the Thursday deadline.
Alright, excellent. Since everyone agrees, it is resolved that all construction projects should implement enhanced inspection schedule and proper digital documentation of safety check. This concludes all issues. Okay, before we conclude the meeting, is there any other minor issue to be discussed?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I would like to raise a small office issue regarding the sharp printer. It has been malfunctioning and caused delays in printing meeting documents today.
I noticed that as well. Some documents had to be shared digitally because the printer was not working properly.
From an administrative perspective, routine maintenance or replacement should be considered to prevent the future destruction.
If I may add one more minor point, Mr. Chairman. So I have received several complaints from the staff regarding the quality of the food and beverage in the pantry.
What seemed to be a specific problem with the pantry supplies, Farhan?
So basically, several staff members noted that the milk and juice provided are often very close to their expiration dates, and the coffee quality has significantly dropped. It tastes burnt or stiff. There were even mention of the biscuit being soft because the storage containers are not airtight.
I agree. It is a small thing, but it affects morale during long shifts. If we are asking the team for the 100% focus on the safety, the basic amenities should be up to the standard.
We recently switched to a more cost-effective vendor for the pantry. It sounds like the lower price is reflecting the lower quality.
Noted. Although these are minor issues, they affect meeting efficiency and staff well-being. Damia, please report the printer issue to the administrative unit and also request a review of the pantry vendor products to ensure we are receiving fresh and high quality items.
Understood, Mr. Chairman. I will follow up with the administration department on both the printer and the pantry quality.
Alright. Alright everyone, let's wrap up with our final resolution. Okay, for the first issue, crane safety. We are prioritizing life of course with a 24 hours halt, new sensors and base reinforcement. And Farhan, as a chargeman, expecting a full report for Wednesday at 5 p.m. And then for the digital monitoring, to eliminate manual errors, we are switching to a real-time digital system with geotag photos. Iman, as a chargeman, please ensure this ready by Thursday. Okay. For other business like Damia, please arrange for printer repairs and address the poor pantry quality. Specifically, the stale coffee and the expiring snacks to maintain coffee standard and morale. Alright, I expect immediate action on all points and let's make it right. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.